Is building businesses using social media really worth it these days, especially in 2024? Absolutely. I'm going to be showing you the pros and the cons of all the social media platforms. Even if it's not all, I'll be touching on some of them so that you see which one is more useful to you and you decide which one you are going to use to build your business. My name is Blessing and I like to call myself the intentional mom. So I have been building businesses using social media for the past 7 years now, since 2015 till now should be about that. Yeah, so any which ways you can do the calculations yourself. Anyways, so I would like us to get into the nitty-gritty of exactly why we are here. So let's start with Facebook. Oh, I love Facebook so much, and that's because remember I'm talking about the pros and the cons, okay, of the social media platforms, so that you know which one you are going to use to build your business. And I'm beginning with Facebook. Of course, Facebook, I love it so much because that's where I started and that's how I started. So Facebook is basically really user friendly. I like it so much because it is user friendly. And of course, because I'm building my business on social media, the number 2 pro of Facebook, I would say, is the fact that it allows me to do advanced advertisement, you know, with little or no lots of cost attached to it, right? Yes, you pay, but definitely not a lot, like compared to all the other social media platforms that I've used, like, you know, I'm not going to call names anyways. So yes, it allows you to have options while you are running your ads of demographics, of interest, you know, and behaviors, you know, to select from. That is a plus for Facebook. And of course, there are different diverse contents. Another pro is there are diverse contents that you can use to give value to your audience. Of course, we are expected to do motivational, inspirational, educative posts and entertainment posts. Of course, you can combine everything, right? You can combine 2, you can combine 3, depends on what your audience is looking for. So of course, you have diverse content formats. So you have things like stories, you have image posts, and you have videos, and of course you can do live streams, and recently, of course, reels. And I love reels so much. Before I go ahead, remember to subscribe, remember to like, and remember to share this as well with as many people that you think that will need this. All right, thank you so much for doing that. Let us go to the cons of Facebook. So some of the cons for Facebook, one of them would be that recently lots of people have migrated to, you know, other social media platforms, especially the Gen Zs. They have left. In fact, you would hardly see them on Facebook. That's number 1. So if you are trying to reach those kind of people, it will be kind of slow, right? So yeah, lots of younger audience are migrating out to other platforms. And of course, there's high competition, you see. Yeah, in other platforms, of course, but for Facebook, there is so much high competition. Many businesses are, you know, vying for attention. Yeah, sorry about that, I'm having a hiccup. Many businesses are looking for attention, right? So there is so much competition, I must say. So you have to stand out as a business. That is not to say that it's not still an amazing platform. It is a super amazing platform. All right, let's go to the number 2 of one of like my favorite platforms, Instagram. Oh my God, I love Instagram as well. In fact, Facebook, Instagram are friends. They are neighbors, they are brothers, whatever you want to call them. The pros for Instagram basically is that it's highly visual. It's a highly visual platform, okay, and it's great for people who have brands with strong visual content, right? And of course, that is not to say that because maybe you do not have a strong visual content right now, you shouldn't be on Instagram. But of course, if you have a strong visual content, your content will go far, right? So number 2 is the fact that there is high engagement. There is high engagement on social media, on Instagram, especially amongst, the younger demographics, the younger people, the younger generation, right? So your content will definitely have high engagement as you grow. The more you grow, the more people you are going to be reaching, and it requires patience. So much patience in building engagement. So in the beginning, you may not be having engagement, but remember, it's not about perfection when it comes to social media generally. It's about consistency. So be consistent, continue to work on yourself, continue to become a better version of yourself by learning, relearning, and unlearning the things that you have already learned before that may not be serving you, right? So learn new things and implement it, and then keep going, keep being consistent. Okay, it's also effective for influencer marketing, right? So that is the pros, okay, for Instagram. And now we are talking about the cons. Okay, so like I said, you have to have aesthetically pleasing content. That's what I would say is one of the cons, but anyways, you will still get there through learning, right? And of course, it's limited to mobile. Most of the time you want to do stuff on desktop and you are not able to, even though everyone is using mobile, so it's totally fine. Okay, so but you should know that some functionalities are restricted on desktop. Also, it is influenced by algorithm. So the way the algorithm feels is the way your content is going to go, right? Especially for those who are just starting. Yeah, sometimes even for those who have gained lots of traction, the algorithm can actually mess things up sometimes. I remember there was a time on Instagram where people's content were not being pushed out, right? That was the algorithm that was doing funny things at the time, right? So those are one of the cons. All right, the number 3 platform I'm going to be talking about is Twitter. Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, guys. I'm not on Twitter, and I will tell you why I'm not on Twitter. You cannot be on all platforms, my people. I cannot be on all platforms. You cannot be on all platforms. Truthfully, you just have to stick to at least 2 or 3 at the most. In fact, 3 is even much. If you can do 2, if you can manage 2, that will be totally fine, right? But Twitter. The pros to Twitter is that, of course, it's real-time communication, right? Real-time communication and updates. No biggie about that one. Of course, it's excellent for timely customer service. So if you are looking for, because it's real time, and you're looking for, and you want to make sure that your customers are getting real-time updates, I think that would be the best place for your business. It's great for viral content and hashtags that increase reach. If you want to do that, that will be fine. So let me go to the cons. Basically, it can be challenging to manage Twitter, right? Especially when it comes to a crisis period or when there is so much negative feedback on a particular topic. Yes, it can be challenging managing it at that time. So because of the fast moving content of the feed, topics become very, very irrelevant quickly. So as they are going, they're saying this on the next thing, it's moved to something else. So those are one of the cons of Twitter. Number 4, TikTok. TikTok. Okay, it sounds like the clock. All right. So for the pros, it's extremely high engagement. High engagement goes on there, especially if you are an influencer or if you have high following, especially as well for the Gen Z people. The Gen Zs are having fun with TikTok. All right. So if you're not in the Gen Z, of course, you can as well use TikTok, doesn't matter. Your tribe is going to find you. So number 2 pros is that it is creative. There's so much creativity and entertainment, and those kind of contents can boost visibility as well. Okay, let's talk about the cons. So because of the demographics made up of younger people, it may be difficult to reach your particular target audience. It may not fit into all target audience, right? That is one of the cons. And of course, content creation can be time consuming, right? Because of the need for high creativity, right? Yeah, we keep, like I said, we keep learning. It's a learning phase. So even if you're on TikTok and it looks as if it's so fast, of course it's so fast paced. Before you know it, there's a new trend. Before you know it, there's another trend and another trend, and you just trying to keep up. So just do what you need to do, little by little, step by step. You don't need to, you know, follow the crowd if you don't want to. But of course, like I said, you keep learning so that you become better every day. Number 5, let's talk about YouTube, the almighty YouTube, search engine YouTube, where anything you need to find, you can find it there. All right, so some of the pros for YouTube is that, of course, it's the largest video platform with very deep reach and engagement. Yeah, I love YouTube, especially for advertisements. You get the audience is so wide. The audience is so wide. Yeah. Videos as well can be highly informative, just like this video that I'm giving you now. Highly informative. Usually if I'm doing reels or, you know, short form videos, I don't need to go into all these details. I'll just give 1, 2, 3 and I'm out of there, right? So but for YouTube, the videos are highly informative and have a long shelf life. I love it. Okay, so it is also strong. It is also good for building strong brands as well. All right, through tutorials, you know, through testimonials, you know, that is how YouTube is built. So let's go to the cons. The cons of YouTube. Okay, it requires investment in video production, right? So like I still said, my guys, like I still said, my people, even though it requires high level video production, it doesn't matter. If you want to start one, just start a YouTube. Put your videos out there, not minding that maybe your video quality is not good enough. Just have the basics, have your good phone, have your good phone, have proper lighting, and start putting out your videos. Remember, as you keep going, you will keep learning and it will become better. All right. Of course, number 2 is that it is also highly competitive. It is actually highly competitive. So algorithm can also heavily impact YouTube. Oh my goodness, recently YouTube has done, like, I don't know how to put it for business owners, like they changed everything. I think that was from the beginning of last year or somewhere around mid last year. You know, everything about your advertising setup, you know, and all that changed. And of course, it made business owners to rethink, you know, and start relearning the algorithm again. So yeah. And another thing is that there, of course, I said it's highly competitive. So there are lots of brands and everyone is competing, right? Everyone is competing to stay afloat. So yeah, those are some of the cons again of YouTube. Okay, let's talk about the last one. Number 6 is Pinterest. Pinterest. So I'm not on Pinterest, but these are the pros that you should take note of. Of course, Pinterest basically helps drive traffic to your websites, right? And of course, there's a long lifespan of pins compared to contents on other social media platforms, right? There's a long lifespan on pins because on Pinterest, you actually pin. That's why you have that Pinterest, right? And of course, it's ideal for brands with a strong visual aspect. Images are basically in use when you're on Pinterest a lot, right? Creativity is also the order of the day for Pinterest. So yeah, that is those are the pros. And let's go to the cons so that we can get out of your face. The user base is predominantly female. Yeah, lots of females are on Pinterest, and I don't know why. Probably because of the creative nature of Pinterest, probably, but lots of females are in Pinterest. It is also less effective for communication with your customers. Yeah, so you should take note of that as well when you are considering that. And the content as well needs to be highly appealing so that you can stand out, right? So these are the 6 platforms that I'm going to be focusing, because these platforms can be used for business building and for business owners generally. That's why I'm focusing on these 6. Not to say that there are not other platforms out there. Of course, there are other platforms out there, but these 6 are particularly for business owners, where you can use to show your brand, show your creativity, and add value to the audience or your target audience, right? So I hope that you got value from this, and I want to remind you again to remember to follow me by subscribing or hit the notification button so that you can get notification whenever I post a video. I'll be posting videos at least 3 times in a week for now, and as we go on, we will keep improving our processes. I look forward to working with you guys. I look forward to posting new videos. I look forward to hearing your feedback and your engagements as well, so that we can provide good content for your consumption. All right, thank you so much. Have a good one.